Thanks for joining me for PerkStream on this July 19, 2023. Let's not fear with the crowd. Hey, thanks for stopping by for PerkStream. I'm glad you're here. Did you ever hear of the invasion that wasn't? In 1938, Orson Welles did a radio broadcast of H.G. Wells' book, The War of the Worlds. And people who tuned in thought they were truly hearing a broadcast, a news broadcast of a true invasion of the Earth by aliens. Well, that wasn't happening, but the mass hysteria was real as people began to feed on that. And if you were one of the people who wasn't afraid, why aren't you afraid? That's how mass hysteria works. It tries to pull us in and it makes us suspicious of people who are not afraid. Now, Achan in the book of Joshua was kind of out there on his own. He feared, and out of his fear, he took devoted things out of the city of Jericho that were meant to be offered to God. And I'm curious what might have happened had he been able to build on that and get a few other people to go with him. It would have made a sad day in Israel even more sad. And I'm glad that wasn't the case. We can look back on the story of Joshua and realize only one person was caught in fear. But if we fast forward to Isaiah's day, we find a prophet who is being pressured by the priests and the people alike, especially because they really felt that things were falling apart, that their nation was going to go down in defeat. And the Lord sent a word to the rebel king Ahaz that said, look, Isaiah is going to have a son. He's going to call him Emmanuel. And before that child knows right from wrong, your enemies are going to be destroyed. Well, unfortunately, that didn't stop the mass hysteria. That didn't cause people to stop fearing. And because of that, Isaiah came under heavy suspicion. And because of this, the Lord brought a word to him. And here's the word that the Lord gave him. For the Lord spoke thus to me with his strong hand upon me and warned me not to walk in the way of this people. And he said to me, do not call conspiracy all that these people call conspiracy, and do not fear what they fear or be in dread. But the Lord of hosts, him you shall honor. You will honor him as holy. Let him be your fear and let him be your dread. In our ongoing economic woes, in the political tensions that we feel and the unsure future, fear seems to be the right thing to do. But fear placed on those things and fear that will flow from all of these circumstances doesn't put our fear in the right place. The one we should be fearing is the Lord, who is sovereign over all these things. And if we remember that we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities and powers, those dark powers in the high places, then we understand that God is sovereign over them too. And we don't have to fear them any more than we have to fear tomorrow, or that we have to fear anything that can happen today. The Lord is with us. So just because the crowd is afraid doesn't mean we have to be afraid. And so let's know that the Lord is with us and for us. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, and our confidence in him during times like this is just one more step towards courage, knowing that God has everything under control and works everything out in its due season. So with that encouragement, go in courage into this next week. God bless.